So, probably 2 years ago, occasionally my pickup truck wouldn't start. And I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't start. I'd wiggle, it's got the original pop-out switch in it. I push it in and out a couple times and turn it, and then it would start. But before I would do the pop-out switch, I'd usually go look at the distributor or something. And I always figured, well, something on the distributor was keeping it from starting. Or somebody was playing a game on me. You know, like pulling the center out of the distributor or something. But it didn't solve the problem of it's not starting sometimes. So tracing it back, I went to the pop-out switch itself, and I found that the next slide.
No.
Next slide, they've seen it. No. It's the same philosophy. Where the cable comes up to the switch itself under your dash panel, it's crimped to get it in position, and I found that crimp was loose. So I proceeded to take it apart, and what I found was what you're seeing. This point is where is the electrical connection. This is where the cable comes up, but that point was not sticking out into the, like this point is. It wasn't sticking into here. So it simply wasn't making contact. So the jiggling, pushing it in and out, would always solve it temporarily, but not permanently. Next slide. Yeah, I guess that explains it better. So a simple solution was, next slide. Just JB weld it into position with it sticking out far enough that when you push the pop out down, it completes the contact between this point and this point. Mark, I mean Doug.
I did a clinic on that many years ago. I've stored many of these. And I guess it all depends who you talk to. I like to put a set screw in them. And you can do the JB weld, that does work. But the set screw is nice because when you thread it, I mean, like Jerry noticed, all it has to do is move down a little bit. And then it doesn't work. I've got a set screw in mind. People will tell me, well, you know, original, and you know they don't want to do that. But the thing is, whether you judge it or not, I've never known any judge to take a dash apart to look at whether you have a set screw or not. The thing is, you know, it'll never come down that way. And if you noticed on one of Jerry's slides back there, you see the little ribs on there? When you drill a hole in there, and then of course I tap it, I don't get a real big set screw, I just get kind of a smaller one. And what will happen is it'll go right into those grooves. And that works really well. JB weld will work too. But you know, with the vibration and all, it almost makes you wonder, you know, over time.
It's a good solution.
My car's been, I've had a pop out in my car for 35 years. And I've never had a problem. You know, the other thing about it, and I don't know, Jerry, are you going to touch on it a little more or not?
I'm done.
With these pop outs, you have to be careful because when you put them in a Model A, you should get them in the dash first. And when you put your set screws in to hold them, there's 3 of them. You don't want to tighten them too tight because you can see there's a hole there. If you tighten them too tight, the barrel can't go in and out. So you just want them enough snug.
Where are you talking about?
See on the inside, see the threads?
This guy right here?
Yep, one of them, there's one directly across. There you go.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that if you tighten them too much, that will make that not pop out as well. Or if it's not lined up straight with your dash, you know, the kind of bind. And if you put it on at the distributor, and then you try to put it in your dash, I'll tell you what, that's a nightmare, because if it's off a little bit, you can't get them screws in. So it's always good to run the cable through the, through the firewall, connect your dash, and then when you go to connect your distributor, don't tighten that too tight either, because there's the inside of the distributor where the condenser is. It holds a metal piece sturdy, but if you tighten it too much, it'll short it out against the housing on the distributor. Paul Shin has talked about it on one of his videos, which is really good to look at. But I like that style the best because it's mechanical. The 3031's a little wafer board. I don't like them so much because there's a little contact footage, and if it gets corroded, they don't work real well. These have got a big brass ring, so when you store them, all you got to do is twist that ring a little bit, and you get brand new metal on both sides. There's a video back there where Schleicher's got it, I believe, on the pop outs. I covered both of them.
Thanks for the information, Doug.
Sure.
Phil?
Let me see if I understand this. Where that cable comes up, that came loose, that's just a press fit there with some narrowing on it to hold it in place.
Yep.
Correct.
All right.
You want to throw the clutch one up there?
Yeah.